Daniel in Canton, Ohio. Hey, Daniel, what's on your mind?
Oh, I was hi, Tom, by the way. I was just wanting to say that, didn't we leave, our forefathers left Europe because of these, situations that they found themselves in under tyranny and under dictatorship of one rule, It just bothers me
actually,
that we
Daniel,
are that concerned about what they're doing when we have so much problems of our own.
Yeah, I'm with you on the last part. The idea that America was colonized in order to avoid European tyranny is simply not the case. The very first colony founded in North America was in 1607. It was in a town called Jamestown. It was founded by the British East India Company as a corporate outpost. And they named the Jamestown after the King James, who at that time was the king and was the largest stockholder in the British East India Company. And they named the state, Virginia, after the Virgin Queen, Elizabeth I, who in 1601, in December of 1601, incorporated the British East India Company. She at that point had passed on. And so it was maybe, 30, 40, 50 years later, I don't remember the timeline specifically, but after Cromwell, you basically got kicked out of England. I mean, you had these hard right-wing crazy Christians in England who took power. They overthrew the king and they took power, and they outlawed dancing, they outlawed music, they outlawed singing. It was like everybody had to be a good, super Baptist type, Puritan. Everybody had to be a Puritan and be pure. And the British people said, enough already. You guys are crazy, and we'll take the king back. And so, the Puritans, they say that they were, escaping religious intolerance. Well, the religious intolerance was their own. And they came to Massachusetts and they created a colony where if you didn't go to church on Sunday, they came to your house, dragged you out and put you in the stocks, publicly whipped you, where you were taxed to support the churches. If you conducted commerce on a Sunday, you could go to jail. You could be publicly whipped. Women were being put to death as witches in Massachusetts. It was so bad that when he was 17 years old, Ben Franklin, who had been born and grown up in Massachusetts, said, to hell with this, I'm leaving. And he went to Philadelphia, which was a secular city, because the entire state of Massachusetts had become this kind of religious colony, started by the Pilgrims and the Puritans. But nobody was fleeing tyranny in Europe. The American Revolution was tripped off, arguably, in the fall of 1773 by the Boston Tea Party. And the Boston Tea Party was a revolt against the British East India Company, which started America, with Jamestown in 1607. It was a revolt against the British East India Company, getting the biggest tax cut in the history of the world from the British government, so that they could unfairly compete with American purveyors of tea, and they were putting out of business American tea shops and quote smugglers, people who were bringing tea into the United States. They had locked up the commerce in this country. So our country was founded not on the basis of religious liberty or tyranny or any of that. Our country was founded on freedom from a transnational corporation, from the largest corporation on earth. I've written about this at considerable length. There's a whole chapter about it in my book, Unequal Protection, which you can read online for free over at truthout.org. Daniel, thanks for the call.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.